Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks so much for ending the week with us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. Let's start off with your weather forecast with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Thomas, my goodness, very cold this morning as folks step out the door.
Yeah, you're going to experience quite possibly one of the coldest mornings this entire winter, Tim. And at 14 degrees, that is official so far. We have not been that cold through November, December, January, or February up to that point. So this is now our coldest morning in Spokane, and it doesn't stop there. Look at current temperatures in our region. In Deer Park, you have a whopping 1 degree above. It is freezing cold from Deer Park and northward. Colville has a current temperature of 4 degrees. Priest Lake has a current temperature of 9 degrees. And that's the region that got the most snow yesterday and also has the clearest skies this morning. So no wonder our temperatures are at their coldest, mainly in northern Spokane County, as well as Stevens and Pend Oreille counties.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning from I-90 in Havana. Just looking at this shot, you can tell it's cold this morning. Roadways, though, nice and clear. No major issues to report. You may encounter some slick, icy spots, though, whenever it is this cold and there's moisture on the road. So just keep that in mind. Give yourself plenty of time as you head out the door, warm up your vehicle, and scrape off your windshield. We'll keep a close eye on traffic. We'll bring you another update here in the next 30 minutes. At 6:02, new this morning, STA says double-decker buses will return to service starting tomorrow. They will be available on select Route 6 and 66 trips. The news coming a little over a month after the double-decker bus crash into a railroad viaduct in downtown Spokane. Because of that crash, STA took the buses off the roads, added additional training for drivers, and more safety measures. Earlier this week, STA began testing those new protocols. Right now, patients across the inland Northwest are scrambling to find a new provider after one of the only allergy clinics across the inland Northwest abruptly closed its doors. The Spokane Allergy and Asthma Clinic is now vacant, leaving with no warning. One patient says that she went for a normal appointment just 2 days ago, and when she walked in for her follow-up yesterday, she saw the permanent closure notice.
Could it have been notified, in time that we'll be closing and here's your shifting versus boom, we're closed. I put a lot of money into it to start, and now I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish.
The clinic shared patients will soon receive a letter in the mail explaining how they can get their records and when to pick up any medication or allergy extracts. We did reach out to the clinic to find out why they abruptly closed, but have not heard back. If you do want to read that full letter from the clinic, we have it posted on our website, krem.com. An update this morning in the drive-by shooting on Wednesday night. Spokane police say they've arrested 48-year-old Carl Lindsay in connection to that shooting. Right now, you're looking at video from the sheriff's office. They say they received reports about a man shooting a handgun from a black truck near West Maxwell Avenue and North Howard Street. Then additional reports of a man with a firearm near North Central High School pointing at a driver on Ash and Maxwell. Police say they found Lindsay in downtown Spokane. He then drove away, leading to a chase. He eventually lost control and crashed into an SPD patrol car. Police arrested him after he crashed again. A new homeless shelter in Spokane is opening their doors for those who are members of the LGBTQ+ community. Located in the North Hill Christian Church, it's called the Aurora Center. They say some LGBTQ members face harassment and discrimination in traditional shelters.
And I think it's important for the community to learn that we're all human beings. We all deserve safety and warmth, no matter who we are.
Folks with the LGBT community, they don't feel comfortable or they feel targeted or harassed at other centers. And being homeless is just hard in general. So being here, we are welcoming of everybody.
The Aurora Center is run by Jules Helping Hands and provides 14 overnight beds. During the day, it's a place to warm up, receive medical care, meals, drug addiction treatment, and to connect with housing resources. Spokane County has received $3 million in congressional funding for its expanded Sobering and Recovery Center. The county says over the past 2 years, they worked with Senator Patty Murray's office to secure additional funding. The money will be used to expand the number of beds available to help those dealing from withdrawal. In a letter from the county board chair, it thanked Senator Patty Murray for the funding, saying this funding will allow us to expand and continue our primary focus of providing timely recovery-focused care for those who need it most. Starting this weekend, the Spokane Regional Health District is expanding clinic and office hours for its opioid treatment services program. Starting tomorrow, the clinic and office will open at 7:15 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. Then Monday through Friday, the clinic will open at 5:15 a.m. while the office will open at 6 a.m. The health clinic says the move is to allow more people to access treatment and resources they need. After 24 years of service to his community, Coeur d'Alene Fire Engineer Dave Tisdall retired from the department. His official last day was January 31st. You may remember he was shot and injured in the Canfield Mountain ambush last summer. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department announced Tisdall's retirement yesterday. The department wrote in a post on social media, his continued medical treatment and recovery made retirement the right move for him and his family. Tisdall joined the fire department in 2002 and is a founding member of the Idaho Disaster Dogs search team. Take a look at this. The children at the 2025 Art on the Green Art Garden painted fabric squares for local firefighters. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press found out the first group of these squares has been sewn into quilts of love as a gift to the families of Dave Tisdall and fallen fire battalion chiefs Frank Harwood and John Morrison. The remaining squares will be turned into a quilt for Coeur d'Alene Fire and Kootenai County Fire Rescue Stations. This morning, we're getting closer to the reopening of the historic Skyway Cafe. You may remember a fire last January destroyed the restaurant, forcing them to close their doors indefinitely. The owners initially expected to reopen in April, but repairs are taking longer than expected. First, crews had to fix the roof, and right now, renovations are still underway inside, something that is bringing the cafe's owner joy.
Yeah, they're going to work, and they got on the job a couple of weeks ago, and Walker's putting their all into it and going to get this up and running for me, my employees, and for the public.
The owner says when doors do reopen, customers can expect some new additions to the menu, along with the surprise designed to add to the charm that's made the Airport Cafe such a favorite.
At 6:08, another look at our weather forecast today. It is cold this morning as a result of actually a perfect combination of conditions. When we had the cold front pass through yesterday, that gave us that light snow in Spokane, plus all the heavier snow in northeastern Washington, and the final cherry on top is some slightly clearer skies through northern Washington. That has caused temperatures to free fall at 1 degree in Deer Park. That is also your coldest temperature reading this entire winter.
This morning, we are remembering Eric Dane. You might know from his roles on Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. He's died less than a year after announcing his ALS diagnosis. He was 53 years old. Dane is survived by his wife, actor Rebecca Gayhart, and their 2 teenage daughters, Billy Patrice and Georgia Geraldine. ALS is a disease with no cure that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. Its exact cause is still not known, and anyone at any age can be diagnosed with ALS. We are following up on the arrest of former Prince Andrew. He was released but is still under investigation on suspicion of misconduct in public. Authorities searched his current and former homes as they look to see if he shared any confidential government information with Jeffrey Epstein during his time as a trade envoy. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has denied any wrongdoing. If charged, the former prince could face a maximum sentence of life in prison.